Are you a hypnotherapist and transformational coach, and you are someone who just loves learning, right? You love learning as much as you can to really help your clients because you want to deliver an amazing, high impact, highly impactful service for your clients. It's a great skill to have, but sometimes what we can get caught up in is trying all the new shiny objects, right? Learning something new, thinking that it's going to enhance and help us even and then when we start that methodology is pretty much similar to what we've already learned, just branded differently. And this can be very, very frustrating because I was also in a place where I would try different things out, and them not sticking. So I would learn something, maybe it's like several NLP techniques. I would try it on myself, but wouldn't be very effective on me. So then I would doubt the ability for other clients, or I would try a technique for a client and it didn't have the effect that I expected, and then I would stop using it. And I didn't know this back then, but I'm so glad I know this now. And this is really what helped me to stop falling for the shiny object of going after methodology and after methodology after one and the other, and instead of going for all of those things, instead when I focused and looked for something specific, and we know when we focus on something specific, our minds are going to look for all of these, right? And so I focused on finding a method that was very useful in helping clients who resist traditional hypnosis techniques. Because personally, I was trained in a hypnosis method where we did regressions, we did visualizations, and there was just a lot of steps within that method. And to me, although I was able to use it okay, and deliver results, I just didn't know any better. I didn't know that there was another way, there was an easier way to do things. And so when I found a method that worked well for resistant clients, which what by the way was me a little bit as well, because it was hard for me to get scenes. I would always draw a blank, and sometimes if I felt bad, I would make the scenes up. And so I didn't want that, right? I didn't want that, and I didn't want to have clients to make things up anymore. So when I found a method that worked with principles instead of techniques, instead of reading off and doing a step-by-step guide of like, this is one, this is two, this is what you got to say, and then you got to do this, and you got to have them visualize this and look at them in the timeline and look at where they are in the timeline, and then maybe tap here, maybe tap there. It just got way too complicated, and I just wanted things simple. And so that's how I started this journey using advanced conversational hypnosis, where there are no scripts, no techniques, no deepeners, no inductions, no visualizations, forced for visualizations. There's no need for inner child work. It really just gets to the root of the client's problem quickly without the need to do all these things, using hypnotic principles of how to create therapeutic transformations within our client's mind. And so when I was able to get my mind on that and develop that skill set, because it's a skill set. When we work with principles, we just work with our own skill set. Everything became simple, right? I gained a lot more time, and I stopped thinking that something was missing. I stopped looking for the next method because I had the toolbox and not just the individual tools. And so when I was able to actually receive that and learn that and just expand that skill, that's when everything in my life started improving. I started having more client satisfaction. My clients had faster results instead of me giving them a result in a 2.5 hour session with a commitment to listen to recordings every day. I helped them get exactly what they wanted within that one session of 2 hours max. So a lot of time saved there. I no longer need to prepare for my sessions, for my scripts, to record the recordings, the hassle of sending it to them and not getting it. That has been, that time has been taken back and given back to me. And also just the power of connection with clients. Because what I didn't realize was that when I asked my clients to close their eyes, That's although that helps them go more internal, the piece of the connection with the client is missing from that, eye to eye contact, that actual direct conversation. So, when I worked with principals, that is when my hypnosis business completely transformed for the better. And not just that, my personal life as well, because having used this method to heal from a separation and divorce simply as can be, without having to go back to my past and just working on how I felt at that present moment so that I can move on, was the best gift that I've ever given to myself.